It is weigh day today, so how rude. So last night I had a bit of a pamper and I put a face mask on and I ended up putting some false tan on before I went to bed, and it has turned out okay, except for I've got a bit of dry skin on my forehead which it has clung to, so love that. Yeah, I am just gonna go and get weighed because yeah, it's that time of the week. We have to. But I do feel good. I feel good. Just fingers crossed. You know, I kind of feel like when I'm getting weighed on a Monday, although ultimately in the end I'm still losing weight, but because I have quite a heavy day on like a Saturday and Sunday, I usually have like a fry up breakfast on a Saturday and then I have my Sunday roast on a Sunday. So I feel like I'm having two very kind of heavy days of like lots of food, and I kind of think when I have finished this week, which will obviously be the end of the 6-week meal plan, oh my god, how fast has that gone? I think I might move my weigh-in day to like a Friday. Just because although I'll stay on plan over the weekend, I feel like my body needs a little bit of extra time to digest things, so having a really heavy day on a Sunday and then weighing on Monday morning probably isn't the best for me. So I think I'm going to change my weighing day to a Friday after this and go from there, see if it makes any difference. So yeah, if you do enjoy this video then please give it a thumbs up and go and hit the subscribe button below. If you want to be notified for when I upload next, then you can hit the bell as well. I am going to go and get weighed and stop putting it off. Good morning, Billy. How are we? How are you doing? Right, let's get this over with. Right, where are my scales? Whee! Oh, I need to pull my trousers up. I have lost another 2 pounds, which I am happy with. That'll do me. So these are the ingredients that I'm going to be using for my breakfast. So I am just going to be using 40 grams of just plain rolled oats, and I'm going to be whizzing them up in my NutriBullet to make a kind of flour-like consistency. I'll also be using 4 tablespoons of Greek 0% fat yogurt. This is sin-free and this is just the one from Aldi. I've got some vanilla extract in there, which I'll just be using 1 teaspoon of, and that is sin-free. And I've got, this is baking powder. I don't know where the label went, but yeah, this is baking powder. I'll be using 3/4 of a teaspoon of this. I've then got 2 eggs, and then I've got my spray light, which I'll be cooking with. And then for my toppings, I've got some blueberries and strawberries, which are speed food, and I have some Biscoff, which, not gonna lie, this is really difficult to have in the house and not just take a spoon to and just eat the lot. And I'll be having a teaspoon of this, which I'll be melting so it goes a little bit further, and that is 1.5 sins. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to mix these ingredients over here to make like the pancake batter. So this is my pancake mix now done. I completely forgot at the start that I used a tablespoon of sweetener in there. So what I'm going to be doing now is I'm just going to heat my pan with some sprayer light and then start making the pancakes. I can usually get about 4 or 5 pancakes out of this mixture. I've also got a cup of coffee here to drink whilst I'm making them. my pancakes done. I managed to make 4 quite decent sized ones. These are a little bit larger than the ones that I would usually have. This one unfortunately got a little bit burnt, but we'll just stick him at the bottom and pretend it never happened. I've actually decided that I'm going to go for a tablespoon of this, just because I want more of it. So yeah, so a tablespoon would be 3 sins, and I'm just going to scoop that into a little plastic tub and just pop that in the microwave literally for about 10 seconds at a time, just so that I don't burn it, and then I'll just assemble my pancakes. And there is breakfast. So obviously I have dressed this up quite a bit because I'm taking a photograph for Instagram, but yeah, this is my breakfast for this morning. The only sins that we've got here is the Biscoff spread, which is 3 sins for the 1 tablespoon. The pancakes are free and the fruit is speed food. So yeah, I'm gonna go and take a few photos, and then I'm gonna go and enjoy it with the rest of my coffee. So yet again, my maths has served me wrong. For a tablespoon of this, it is 4.5 sins and not 3 sins, so my pancakes were 4.5 sins. This is why I like to keep my sins quite low, because I make mistakes like this all the time, where I get the sin value for things wrong, or my calculations are just wrong, I don't know. So yeah, pancakes are 4.5 sins, but it is fine because the rest of the day is quite low sin, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, I've also filled up my water bottle, which I'm gonna sit and drink now. I try to have I try to have 3 of these a day, but 2 to 3 is more realistic. So yeah, I don't know what's happened to my nose. Yeah, I will catch up with you at lunch. So for lunch I'm just going to be having some fajitas, but I'm going to be using some romaine lettuce as the wrap. So what I am going to be using is a chicken breast here, which has just been defrosting, and that is free food. I've got some sliced mixed peppers. These are just the frozen ones from Aldi. You can get these pretty much anywhere, and they are speed food. I've got some sour cream topping, which is 1.5 sins per tablespoon, so I'll be using probably about a tablespoon of that. And then of course my romaine lettuce, which is speed food. I've also got some of the JD Seasonings fajita seasoning. This is just what makes the entire flavour of the meal. I'll leave a link in the description for where you can get this from, but you can also use the code JessGets20 to get 20% off your order with them. So these are really quick and really easy to do. So all I'm going to be doing is just chopping up my chicken and cooking that, adding the sliced mixed peppers, and then seasoning it with the JD Seasonings fajita seasoning, and then assembling them. So this is lunch. So the romaine lettuce leaves are speed food, as well as the as well as the peppers, and the chicken is free food. The sour cream topping, which I'm definitely running out of, I need to get some more from the shops, is 1.5 sins, so that makes my lunch a total of 1.5 sins. Good evening, it is now tea time. I am going to be making a curry with some cauliflower rice, so I will just quickly show you what ingredients I am using for that and how I make it. This is also great for if you wanted to batch cook. I sometimes make a few batches of this and put it in the freezer, or if you wanted to just make double and then have the other half for lunch the next day, then that is also a great idea. So for my curry, I'm just going to be using a chicken breast. These are just the ones from Aldi and they are sin free. I've got some garden peas there. These are just the ones from Aldi. They're frozen ones, and I'm just going to be using a few of them. I don't tend to weigh them, but yeah, they are sin free as well. I've got some steam bags of cauliflower rice. These are really easy to use. You could blend up the head of a cauliflower if you wanted to, but these literally come in little bags like this, and you just stick them in the microwave and then they're done and ready to serve, so I really like them, and that is sin free as well. And then I've got some mushrooms here which are speed food, and then I'm going to be using 30 grams of the Mayflower curry sauce mix, and this is 4 sins. So first thing I'm going to be doing is just chopping up my chicken and cooking that, and then at the same time I'm just going to be making up my curry sauce. So I usually do 30 grams of the powder. I believe you only put about 100 mils of water in with it, but yeah, so I'm just going to be making up some of that. Now the curry sauce should look a little something like this. It is thickened up nicely, and all I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to pour some of the garden peas in. These are still frozen, and just cook them in the curry sauce. And then this is pretty much done. I've just turned the heat right down. But once the peas have cooked in the curry, I'm going to be adding the mushrooms and chicken into this pan along with the curry sauce and the peas. So it should just look like this once you've put everything into the one pan. I have of course managed to slop mine all over the hob, so I will have to clean that up afterwards, but I've just put that on a really low heat just to keep it hot, and I am just going to pop this in the microwave for about 3 to 4 minutes. And this is my tea. So I've got the cauliflower rice on the bottom, which is sin free, and the chicken and peas are also free. The mushrooms are speed food, and the curry sauce is 4 sins. So that makes a total for my tea to be 4 sins. I've also filled up this. I've just been drinking a little bit whilst I've been cooking. But yeah, this is my second one of these for the day, and I'm going to try and squeeze another one in before I go to bed. So yeah, that is my tea. So I'm just going to end the video there. So to summarise my day, I had 4 sins for breakfast. My lunch was 1.5 sins, and my dinner was 4 sins. So that makes my main meals a total of 9.5 sins. I've also just got a muller, not a muller, it's the Aldi version of a muller. It's a broccoli light, 0% added sugar. This is the banana and custard one. These are half a sin per pot, which I really like them. So I'm just going to have one of these. And then I have also got some pineapple chunks, which I'm just going to be snacking on. These are sin free. I don't know what it is, but any fruit that I like is never speed food. It is always just sin free. So I really like things like pineapple and mangoes and things like that. And that is generally the only kind of fruit that I tend to snack on, as it were. Yeah, not a massive fan of just eating like raspberries and blueberries and stuff. I mean, I do eat them, but it usually has to be with something else. like this morning, covered in Biscoff. So yeah, but yeah, so I'm going to be having some pineapple chunks and a yogurt, which is the half sin, so that makes a total of 10 sins for the day, which I am super happy with. It is weigh day, so I don't mind using a few extra sins because obviously I am still on plan. If you did enjoy this video, then please give it a thumbs up and go and hit the subscribe button below, and if you want to be notified for when I upload next, then you can hit the bell as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow.